Don't be afraid. Here we are, afraid of losing what we have all the time, holding on to it so tight that not a soul can touch it. We think by hiding it from the world, it's hidden and it's ours. Nothing is. Nothing ever will be. For, nothing ever was. If you think there is anything that you have, that's yours, be it money, a house, a job, or a girlfriend. It's nothing but an illusion. It'll all disappear. In one blow. One blow, my man. Here we are, so insecure that we are afraid of restarting our lives, so we just carry on trying to sort out the current mess. The thought that we should give it all up and just start all over, with nothing, might cross our minds sometime, sure, but we get scared and we push away anything that scares us. There is nothing I can ever achieve or gain that I cannot lose, in a matter of seconds. You have never gained enough to not be able to lose it all, in just a few minutes. What you think is yours, was never yours and will never be yours. Whatever you make here, you leave here. You came naked and you're going to go back naked. So what are you afraid of? Let all be lost. Let them take away everything. As long as you have your heart beating strong, as long as you have your nostrils working fine, as long as the blood flows in your veins, you will live, you will breathe, and you can get it all back. Again and again. For, if you can do it once, you can damn well do it again. It's just a game we play. Don't judge people before you truly know them. A 24-year-old boy seeing out from the train's window shouted, "Dad, look, the trees are going behind." Dad smiled, and a young couple sitting nearby looked at the 24-year-old's childish behavior with pity. Suddenly he again exclaimed, "Dad, look, the clouds are running with us." The couple could not resist and said to the old man, "Why don't you take your son to a good doctor?" The old man smiled and said, "I did, and we are just coming from the hospital. My son was blind from birth. He just got his eyes today." Moral of the short story: every single person on the planet has a story. Don't judge people before you truly know them. Enjoy life at every moment. Once a fisherman was sitting near seashore, under the shadow of a tree smoking his beedi. Suddenly a rich businessman passing by approached him and inquired as to why he was sitting under a tree smoking and not working. To this the poor fisherman replied that he had caught enough fishes for the day. Hearing this, the rich man got angry and said, "Why don't you catch more fishes instead of sitting in shadow wasting your time?" Fisherman asked, "What would I do by catching more fishes?" Businessman, "You could catch more fishes, sell them and earn more money, and buy a bigger boat." Fisherman, "What would I do then?" Businessman, "You could go fishing in deep waters and catch even more fishes and earn even more money." Fisherman, "What would I do then?" Businessman, "You could buy many boats and employ many people to work for you and earn even more money." Fisherman, "What would I do then?" Businessman, "You could become a rich businessman like me." Fisherman, "What would I do then?" Businessman, "You could then enjoy your life peacefully." Fisherman, "What do you think I'm doing right now?" Every day be kind to a stranger. On his deathbed, Aldous Huxley reflected on his entire life's learning and then summed it up in 7 simple words. Let us be kinder to one another. All too often we believe that in order to live a truly fulfilling life we must achieve some great act or grand feat that will put us on the front covers of magazines and newspapers. Nothing could be further from the truth. A meaningful life is made up of a series of daily acts of decency and kindness which adds up to something great over the course of a lifetime. Everyone who enters your life has a lesson to teach and a story to tell. Every person you pass during the moments that make up your days represents an opportunity to show a little more of the compassion and courtesy that defines your humanity. Why not start being more of the person you truly are during your days and doing what you can to enrich the world around you? In my mind, if you make even one person smile during your day or brighten the mood of even one stranger, your day has been a worthwhile one. Kindness, quite simply, is the rent we must pay for the space we occupy on this planet. Become more creative in the ways you show compassion to strangers. Paying the toll for the person in the car behind you, offering your seat on the subway, and being the first to say hello are great places to start. Face difficulties positively. This parable is told of a farmer who owned an old mule. The mule fell into the farmer's well. The farmer heard the mule praying, or whatever mules do when they fall into wells. After carefully assessing the situation, the farmer sympathized with the mule, but decided that neither the mule nor the well was worth the trouble of saving. Instead, he called his neighbors together, told them what had happened, and enlisted them to help haul dirt to bury the old mule in the well and put him out of his misery. Initially, the old mule was hysterical, but as the farmer and his neighbors continued shoveling and the dirt hit his back, a thought struck him. It suddenly dawned on him that every time a shovel load of dirt landed on his back, he would shake it off and step up. This he did, blow after blow. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. He repeated to encourage himself. No matter how painful the blows, or how distressing the situation seemed, the old mule fought panic and just kept right on shaking it off and stepping up. It wasn't long before the old mule, battered and exhausted, stepped triumphantly over the wall of that well. What seemed like it would bury him actually helped him. All because of the manner in which he handled his adversity. That's life. If we face our problems and respond to them positively, and refuse to give in to panic, bitterness, or self-pity.